Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this monthly haul where I am going to go through all the things that I added into my collection through the month of December, the things I bought, the things I got in PR. There are some really good stuff here. I also have some skincare favorites, some new perfume finds. It's going to be a lot of fun stuff. And if you haven't been here before, if this is your first video here, hello, my name is Angie. I am in a good mood today, can you tell? I'm just super excited to be here on YouTube talking about makeup and beauty and letting you know about the things that I love, the things that I don't love as much. And if you want to see more of that, don't forget to subscribe because I do upload quite a lot of videos every week. I'm also extra excited because this video is sponsored by HelloFresh. I have been working with HelloFresh for a really long time, and before that I was a customer of HelloFresh for a really long time, and I still love and use HelloFresh all the time. I just think it's such a convenient meal service that delivers meals straight to your door, pre-packaged ingredients that you just have to pull out the recipe card and cook really good restaurant quality meals. And the reason why me and my husband started doing HelloFresh in, I want to say 2020, was because we were like, listen, it's been too much takeout. It was one of those, you know, new year, new me. We were basically like, it's been too much takeout. We didn't love going to the grocery store. We didn't hate the idea of cooking, but like planning meals, going to the grocery store, always ending up buying too many ingredients or always ending up getting ingredients that we didn't use up. So we ended up throwing out a lot of food. And for that reason, we wanted to try HelloFresh to get into the groove of cooking again, to be trying out new flavors and new recipes, and to also be able to throw out less food. And we definitely have been able to curb not only how much takeout we eat, but also the amount of food that we throw out. We literally do not throw out any food at all anymore. And I think that that is one of the biggest pluses with HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, every week you get to go to the website or use the app and you pick out the recipes through 30 plus recipes to choose from. Whatever recipes you want to try out, you want to get one of your favorites again, which is what we do a lot, or you want to try something new and fun that you haven't seen before. There's also lots of options if you're like me, trying to eat a little bit more healthy or trying to get meals that you can get cooked really fast. They have a lot of meals for vegetarians or pescatarians, or meals low in calories, or meals that are really quick, or just some true classics like meatloaf if that's up your alley, or trying some more experimental food from like Asia or the Middle Eastern or Mediterranean food, which is my absolute favorite. I just have been really loving HelloFresh, not only because it's very convenient and it keeps us from buying a lot of takeout, also because it's just really fun to learn new recipes and learn new techniques. Also, me and my husband do try to eat vegetarian as much as possible, so we do the vegetarian box and we order for 4 people even though we're only 2, and then we save it for leftovers the day after, which is also a great way of saving money so that you don't have to eat like microwave food or have to go out to an expensive restaurant during the middle of the day. It's a great way of saving money. It's been really working out great for us. So go to hellofresh.com and use the code Angelica21 to get 21 free meals plus free shipping. That is hellofresh.com and use the code Angelica21 for 21 free meals plus free shipping. Again, I cannot recommend this service enough. We have really been enjoying HelloFresh. It's just been saving us time and money, and it's enabled us to try a lot of different recipes that we would not have tried otherwise. So thank you again, HelloFresh, for sponsoring this video. I am, per usual, one happy customer. So let's get into the haul portion of this video. I did film this look. It was live last week. Yes, I am wearing an Ahsoka t-shirt and Ahsoka earrings. Thank you very much. As you probably can guess, this is with the Pack and Grad Star Wars collection. That was live last week, and I think I'm gonna be including those palettes here, if I'm not totally mistaken, even though I did get one of them in January. But listen, we're just going with it. If you didn't know, I am on a little bit of a low buy. Not that I'm trying, I don't have super specific rules for myself. It's more of a, I was stressing myself out, always hunting the new. So I've been trying to reel it in a little bit and just decided for myself that I want my channel to be a mix of the old and the new, because I love discovering new makeup, I love discovering new favorites, I love trying out new things, but I don't want to lose sight of the favorites that I already have. So for that reason, I'm trying to shop a little less, and the only rules that I've really set up for myself is that I want this to be in a way so that it doesn't cause any kind of stress for me. And I will say, just having that in the back of my mind has really made stuff more stress-free for me. And the second rule that I had is that I want, if possible, to shop less in the month of this year than I did in the month of last year. So in the end of this video, I am going to be comparing the cost of these products to the cost of the products that I had in December of 2021 then, because this is December 2022. And I will say, I can already say that I have like failed because I didn't really buy anything in December of 2021 because we were moving abroad at that point. Like we were moving in December of last year, so I didn't want to buy anything because of that reason. I wanted to save money, I wanted to save space in packing, and I was like, listen, I'll just buy it when I get there. So I already know that I bought more, so I won't be like winning, but I'm gonna be comparing this as well to December in 2020, which is more of a normal month for me when it comes to makeup shopping. So let's get into the stuff. The first thing that I want to show to you, and I'm not even sure if this is December, but it's gonna be part of this video, and that is that I bought the new pastel collection from Natasha Denona. She released the pastel mini, which looks like this. It's just a mini pastel palette. Honestly, I thought I was gonna dislike this one, but I actually think it's very, very cute. And I think she did a good job with this one because this is not necessarily cookie cutter pastels, but it's colors that are in the pastel sphere, but also works on different skin tones. And I think she did a good job with this one. This is also really beautiful duochrome, and I think that that's actually pretty smart. I like this palette. I think that it's really good. Is it my favorite color scheme? No, because it only has one matte, but I still think it's good. Then we have this pastel plexi glow highlighter. The amount of people that are letting me know how I am to use this highlighter, I don't know how to say this in a way so that I can really convey. I have this highlighter in front of me. I see this highlighter. I swatch this highlighter. This isn't different colors. This isn't different colors. She was marketing this one as a highlighter where you could be dipping into different parts of the highlighter and get a different color. I'm sorry, I don't see that. My highlighter does not have different colors. In the pan, yes. There is a little pink here, a little green here, and that's like vanilla here. But I'm sorry, and you see that in the video. I will link that down below. Everything in this video is going to be down below in the description box in case you're interested. I swatched the different corners. There isn't a difference. I'm sorry. Someone also told me that you have to use this together with the cream highlighter. You should... I don't know how to explain this better to you. This is an expensive highlighter, and you should not have to jump through burning hoops to get it to be what they describe it to be. They describe this as different colors. It is not different colors. It is a beautiful highlighter. It is a golden highlighter with a slight green undertone. It's not different colors though. I'm sorry. It is not. If you're expecting different colors, this isn't the one. I'm just letting it... It isn't, okay? Let's just stop talking about that. I did buy a backup, not a backup, I did go through this one. So I bought a replacement. I bought a replacement of the Peach and Lily Ginger Melt Oil Cleanser. You can see I've already used a bit of this. I went through my other one. Love this one. This is my first cleanse of choice. I think it is absolutely amazing. And I love that I don't have to dig my fingers into anything. I do 2 pumps. It just dissolves all my makeup and all my gunk. And then I use a cleanser afterwards, and that is fine. I don't use this on its own because I don't like using only an oil or a balm on my skin. I feel like that would break my skin out, honestly. But I do like this as a first cleanse. I think it is a really effective and good one. Ooh, this is probably my favorite thing. I should have mentioned this first, but I forgot. This is the Heather Austin and... Is that oil? Babe, I'm sorry. The Sigma and Heather Austin favorite set. Look at how beautiful she is. Oh my god. This one is a brush set. I still have the brushes in here. I haven't gotten around to using these specific ones, but I'm gonna... Probably I should be using them because they're clean. But I can let you know right now. This is an eyeshadow brush set. I already own all of these brushes, and I've used them from before, and these are really good picks. She picked some really good ones. I really love that she picked some... This is the Precision Firm Blender. She picked some smaller brushes, and we all know that I love that. So I'm super excited about this set, and I cannot wait to put all the boxes together because now I'm gonna have mine, Heather's, and Karen's together, and I'm just super excited about that. I'm gonna actually pick out the brushes from this one. Let me put that to the side. That one is still available. I will link it down below. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Congratulations. You did great. It's so beautiful. Okay, let's talk about the 2 perfumes that I bought. One I actually still have in the packaging for the main reason that I don't love this one. Let's talk about that first. This is the Kayali Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli. What did I get frosted from? I don't know what's going on. This one is very heavy. This is like, this is, I don't know what to say. It's just very heavy and more heavy than I prefer. I feel like it's almost a little old-fashioned in a way where I'm like, it's not the kind of fragrance that I go for. I don't think it's a bad fragrance, but it's definitely not for me. It is heavy almost to the point where it's like, it's too much. I've sprayed it on me and I have been trying, but I don't love this one. I probably will end up giving this to someone because I just really don't see myself using this one. It is way too heavy, according to me. If you love heavy perfumes, this might be for you, but I love something that's, I like spicy perfumes. I don't know how to describe. It's just heavy floral, and I'm not about that. This is the Fleur Tangerine Boy. I said I was gonna buy this one. This is so tangerine. It's just so tangerine and so lovely. If you love tangerine, you're gonna really enjoy this one because it's definitely tangerine and not orange. You can definitely smell the difference. It's just very fruity and it does dry down a little bit on the warmer side. I will say it's not the longest longevity I've ever tried in my life, but I love the opening of it so much that I tend to spray it a lot on me. I think it's a really beautiful one. I bought a couple of foundations. This is the L'Oreal True Match. I bought it in W4. Love it. Absolutely love it. I have been trying a couple of new foundations as of late, and I thought maybe I'd do some kind of a video where I talk about all the new foundations that I tried as of late and let you know which ones are my favorites. So far, this is my favorite. I think it's absolutely amazing. I'm also wearing another one today. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. I'm wearing the NYX Blur one. I'm mixing two shades. Here's the other shade. It is the soft beige and golden light, number 6 and 8. I'm mixing those on my face today. I think that this is a really good foundation, but there are definitely, I think it's easy to go overboard. That's what I want to say. It's easy to go overboard and use too much, and it's gonna look a little obvious on your skin. So I would say less is more with this one. I like it. It is very blurring. It looks really good. It is not the most long wear foundation I have in my collection. I will say that both the what is it called? The one from Tarte, I will pop up a picture here. That one is pretty similar in how it looks on the skin. Also, fairly, if you want something that's more lighter in consistency but gets a blurring matte result, I love the Fenty Eavesdrop. I also think that there is a similar inconsistency of this one with the BBB cream from what's its face, One Size. And I think if I'm gonna be 1,000,000% honest, even though I think this is a good foundation, I think I prefer all three of those to this one. With that being said, this is the most affordable option. This is the most affordable option. I don't know, it is a blurring tint foundation, and it definitely isn't full coverage, and that's why I'm saying don't try to build it up because it's gonna look heavy. I think for how matte it looks when it goes on, it doesn't hold up the most amazing during the day. So don't expect this to be like a matte foundation throughout the day. At least it wasn't that on me. Today, I'm actually using it with this one. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. This one has Upsilite, which is that ingredient that's meant to really mattify your skin. I've been using this, I think like 4 or 5 times now. I use very little. I put it on where I get oily. I work it in with my fingers, and then I use a sponge on top, and then I go in with my foundation. I've also used this without foundation, just as like a very sheer coverage matte tint, and on me this one works really good, and I feel like this makes a difference. Again, this is not one of those products that you're going to be able to build up. When you build it up, it turns into something a little weird on me, so I don't like building it up. I don't recommend building it up. I also got the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This has 4% niacinamide. This works according to me, exactly like the other grip primer from e.l.f. So if you were out of that one, or if you wanted to try that one, and niacinamide is an ingredient that works good with your skin, I would recommend this one because niacinamide is one of the ingredients that really does do wonders for my skin. So I think like it's just an added benefit, I think, to a primer that's already doing really good. Oh my god, I'm getting a little warm. Hair is nice and cute, but let's just get rid of some of that, shall we? Here's something that I haven't used yet, and this is going to be something that I'm looking forward to using. I bought the Neutrogena Mineral UV Tint. This has a SPF of 30, and I bought it in medium. Still have it in the packaging. It looks like this, and I did actually try out this one on my hand, and it is very sheer. So I think it comes in 3 or 4 shades, and it is so sheer. It's only going to give the smallest amount of coverage to your skin. Don't expect it to be like covering anything. It's more going to be like evening out your skin tone. Here's something that I bought that I'm super excited in trying. I'm actually going to pull this out of the packaging. I made an order from Beauty Bay. This is the Nyqvist Cosmetics Shaping Light, and I bought it in the Warm Glow. For some reason, I thought they only came out with 1 shade, but they definitely came out with more shades. And this is the one that is the Warm Glow. Oh, it had separated a little bit in the tube because I haven't been opening this one. I love this to be mixing with foundations, and I am so happy that I have now one in Warm Glow, because the Cool Glow that I got in PR, this one I bought myself, it just wasn't perfect for me because I do not have a cool undertone, and I thought it made my skin, even though it made it look beautiful, it just made it pull a little bit more on the icy side, and I don't love that for me. Here's something that I randomly bought when I was making an order at Ulta, because this one came back in stock, and this is from Persona. I bought the Super Blush in the Terracotta shade. That it's called Terracotta. Okay. Okay then. And this is the shade. Oh, I love a shade like this. It is so pretty. I love a nude blush like this. I really did like the formula of this Persona blush. I bought it out of a recommendation of Kelly Gooch when I did a video on like trying other beauty influencers favorites, and I got the one in pink. Love the formula. The color is not like my favorite. This is more a color that I would go for, but I think it's really pretty. Okay, I need to speed this up a little bit because I had a lot of like small things, and this is where I think that I'm like really succeeding with my low buy. I'm buying stuff that is easy for me to review. Not easy, but like if you have 1 concealer and 1 highlighter and 1 bronzer and 1 foundation and 1 eyeshadow palette, you can use all of those at the same time. Before, I ended up buying a lot of the same same category, like 10 lipsticks and 15 eyeshadow palettes. That takes a long time to review, and it makes stuff a little stressful. This is something I also bought this at Beauty Bay when I was making an order. I still haven't used it. I'm planning a special video where I'm going to be using this one. That's the reason why I haven't used it. This is the Regeneration Uplifting Creamy Concealer from Nabla. I have been wanting to try this one for a really long time, and it has been out of stock. So I'm super excited that I get a hold of it now because I cannot wait to try it. Same with this one. This is the Flower Beauty Spotlight Liquid Concealer. I have it in Gleam. I used this in a video where I was doing half face drugstore, half face high end. I don't think that this is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury one, but at least I got to try it out. And the winner of the ugliest packaging in the world goes to Made by Mitchell's new blushes. Look at this packaging. It's so ugly. This is in Sun Trap, and I also did buy these two. And these two I haven't tried yet. This is the Blush Lights and the Blush Mangoes. So one of them is matte and one of them is shimmery. Maybe I can get rid of the packaging of these because I'm going to be not doing dedicated videos on these, but I'm going to of course be trying them out. So there's a matte blush in like a yellow, and there's a shimmery one in like a peach orange. I've been wanting to try some of his blush formulas because he has a lot of really fun colors. I just didn't want to order from his site because honestly, I don't like his site. Oh, I just put the packaging here, but I have this one in my brows today. This is the Edge Precision Brow Pencil. I have it in Auburn. It is from House Labs. It is what I have in my brows today. I'm just trying out different things for my brows. Like, I don't know if this is the perfect one either, but it was better than what I had before. This I made a dedicated video on because I was very intrigued by this one, and especially when I opened the package, I was like, I need to do a video on this one. This is the Makeup by Mario foundation. Can you see that it's like shimmery? This one, This one reminds me a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury My Beautiful Skin foundation in how it looks on the skin, but I think this one looks even more metallic on my skin. It does get very oily, but so does the Charlotte Tilbury one. But when I use this one with the primer and when I use it with the powder, I do feel like I can make the longevity a little longer. What I really like about it is that it doesn't break up, but I actually prefer the Charlotte Tilbury over this one. That is just my personal preference. I don't think it's a bad product or a bad formulation. It's just a preference kind of a thing. This is also something that I am planning a video on, and this is that I got the Juvia's Place powder foundation and natural Radiance foundation. I got both of them. We'll see how I feel about them. I also got a blush. This one I got on sale. Where am I putting this? This one I got on sale at, when was this? The Black Friday sale maybe at Ulta? Because I got the blush that I wanted to have. This is like the second time that they released blushes. They released some that were more on the orangey side, and you can see this is an orange and it is like more of a peach. So I will be using that one, I guess, in the video about the foundation thing as well. I think that this one looks really pretty and I'm excited I got this one instead. So this one is in volume 6, which is this like more orangey one. So I'm excited about that. I also randomly bought some Kiss lashes. This is in Bold Move. These looked really nice online, but I don't love how they look in real life. So honestly, we'll see how I feel about that. Oh, here is the palettes that I have on today. This is the Pat McGrath and Star Wars palettes, and I also bought one of the lip glosses. I have that on my lips today. I have a lot of thoughts when it comes to these. I don't think they're bad quality, but I do have a lot of thoughts when it comes to these. And if you're interested in seeing me use these, if you're interested in hearing my thoughts about like makeup as merch, I would highly recommend that video. I will link it down below. But this is what they look like. They're both very cute, but I do have some thoughts. I do have a little thoughts. I also bought the new Makeup Revolution IRL Filter Concealer. I bought it in C6, which is honestly a smidgen too light for me, but I definitely can make it work. I think this formula is really good, but it is not my favorite. It does crease a little bit on me. Even if I use a little amount and set it with powder, it does crease a little bit on me, but I also do have a lot of fine lines under my eyes, but just keep that in mind. I don't think it's a bad concealer though. I think it's really good. And if you have less fine lines than me, you probably really will get along with that one. Oh, this one I'm wearing today. This is the highlighter that I have on today. This is the Rare Beauty Accelerate highlighter. The hype is not wrong about this highlighter. It is extremely glowy. What I will say is that this will emphasize your pores, and also there is no way of making this subtle. This is a wham bam in your face highlighter. So if you like a subtle glow, or if you like something that's buildable, this isn't for you. This is a very, very intense, like scene from outer space highlighter. If you like that, you will probably love this formula. But if you like something that's buildable, where you can apply just a little, this probably will not be for you, because there is no lower, the bar is literally in heaven. Like the bar is so high, the glow is intense just straight out of gate, and there's no way of like really making it less. Let me see what I have left here. Oh, I have this one. This one I also bought from Beauty Bay. I had this in my basket when I was starting to like add stuff in Beauty Bay, and I was like, let me buy it. This is the this is a water activated liner, Precision Paint in Sonic Bolt, and it is from Cash Beauty. I used this in a video where I was using some of the ColourPop goodies as well that I'm going to be coming to. I really like it. I think it's a really good formula, and I want to be doing more fun stuff like this in 2023, so I'm excited that I bought that one. I think it's really pretty. And I also bought, again, I'm going to be using this in an upcoming video too, and this is the e.l.f. Face lipstick. When did I buy this one? I think I bought this one at the same time as when I did an Ulta order. I bought the lipstick from e.l.f. I actually think that this packaging is really nice and luxe. It's pretty soft touch. The imprint, or like the way that the lipstick is cut, is exactly the way that NARS cuts their audacious lipsticks, and that's the reason why people are saying that it's like a dupe for that one. It's not because of the square packaging, it is because of how the lipstick looks. This shape right here, that's the reason why people are saying that it's a dupe of the NARS one. Smells a little bit of vanilla. I will say this was like $9 or something, which I feel is pretty expensive for e.l.f. But maybe they're trying to be more in the Colourpop segment, which is like affordable but not like Wet n Wild or what e.l.f. used to be affordable. So maybe they're just trying to change it up, because I mean the packaging is luxe. There is a magnet closure. This one is in no doubt. I will be of course be using this one as well. Like I said, I am planning some kind of a video coming up, so that will be coming. The rest that's in here, it's all Tarte. It's all Tarte, and I did buy quite a few things from Tarte, and I did buy this Man-Eater mini eyeshadow palette, and I have a video where I'm trying all of these things from Tarte, and I will link that video down below where you can see me using this and using these things from Tarte. I'm actually wearing this concealer today that I wasn't able, it's way too light for me, but that I wasn't able to wear in that video that I'm using this like mini palette here. I think that for me, since I have been trying some things from Tarte in 2022 and really been enjoying them, I really feel like it opened my eyes for the kind of brand that Tarte can be. And I am excited to try more Tarte in 2023. So I will link that video down below. Now let's get into some PR. And I feel like I don't have as much PR this month, which is honestly a little bit nice, not gonna lie. One of the things that I have in PR is that Sigma released new colors of their Precision Point lipsticks. I do have a video where I am swatching all of these. This is a really, really, really beautiful formula, and I will say the packaging of this, the way that they look, the way that they feel, the way that they wear, it's absolutely amazing. I will say that when I saw the promo pictures of these, I was like, oh, all of them are pink. Sigma has a tendency of loving pink blush, pink lipsticks, pink everything. They're almost a little bit Charlotte Tilbury. The quality of this though are amazing, and I will say that when I got these shades and were able to see them in real life, some of them are not as pink as I thought, but I really do hope that in the future we're able to see even more shades that are not as pink as they usually are. I understand that that is probably what sells the most, but I also think that there's a lot of people out there that actually don't want pink lipstick. The next thing that I have here is the contour things from Kaleidos. These are absolutely stunning. The ones that I have here is the Kaleidos Symphony Face Illuminator in medium, which is a matte powder. It's like a finishing or an under eye powder that has a little bit of a sheen. Think the under eye powder by Pat McGrath. This is a similar thing to that. I do have all of the shades here, but I mean, obviously I only need the one shade for me, so I will be giving the other ones away. But this is the medium one, and then there is the trio with two contours and a matte, again, matte contour, and this is also in medium. This is slightly too cool tone for me, so I have to use this in conjunction with the bronzer, otherwise I will look a little ghoulish. I have been trying this out on my channel, and I will say the quality is very, very good, but this is definitely a contour for me. I cannot do any kind of bronzing with this one. You will probably have to be a little bit more of a cool undertone to be able to use that one only. I also got some things from LH Cosmetics, and I did use these in a video. This is the blush duo. I think that this is one of the best things that LH Cosmetics has released in a really long time. I love a lot of things from LH Cosmetics. I mean, you could even see that I bought one of the things myself in a new color. This one is in Zone, which is the one that's like more of an orangey peachy one. They also released a new quad. It's called Basic Elements, and there's a video where I'm swatching and using this one. So this one was also released, and then actually they asked me if there was anything that I would like to get, and I told them that I would love to try their blotting powder, because this blotting powder also has Upsolite in it. So this is just a blotting powder to really just soak up when you're a little bit oily around your nose. It does come with a little bit of a puff as well. This is like a microfiber puff. Maybe we can, because I am getting, look at that, I am getting a little glowy. Wow, look at how beautiful that looked. Not looking chalky or anything like that. It just went on and just took away some of the grease, because I don't want to be flat, but I don't want to be greasy. I want to be like a happy middle, you know, a little glowy satiny. And I'm really excited to be trying this out, because my skin has definitely changed since I moved to Texas, and I'm definitely more on the combo side right now. I did used to get a little oily if I went like to the Mediterranean during the summer, but now, because of the humidity here in Texas, I'm definitely oily more around the clock, so to speak. I also got the Glamlight collection, which is the Glamlight and Strawberry Shortcake collection. This one came with 5 different pieces. There is a lip gloss and a lipstick, and I will say, I don't love like pink lips. This packaging is so stunning. I do have a video on this. I will link that down below. But this one is such a nice, warm, corally pink that really looked super good on my lips. And I was actually a little bit surprised at how much I liked it. This gloss is honestly, smells like strawberry and it is so pretty. It is a lovely strawberry. You can see like a warm strawberry, corally pink, red, yummy gloss that is so wearable and so pretty. This lip duo, this for me is the best lip products that Glamlight has ever done. Those are my favorites. They also did one of those bright pink blushes. They've been so in this year. I'm not surprised that they did it. I think it's a super cute packaging. They did do this sponge. I don't know if I'll be able to like use this one because it's so cute. It's a little strawberry. I probably will end up using it, let's be honest. And then it is the palette that's called the Berrylicious palette. This is so pretty. I do have a video, like I said, about this if you want to see the full rundown of this one. I think that these are the best shimmers that Glamlight has ever done. I really think that they did something here. They're like a mix between a sparkly metallic and a topper, because you can definitely use these as toppers, but if you go in a little bit more heavy, they will be a little bit more opaque. And I honestly think that these are super interesting and super pretty. And this one made me go like, I love seeing brands that are already good improving their formulas, because they're like, I'm not satisfied with being good or great, I want to be the best. And I love seeing people striving to be even better versions of themselves. And Glamlight, with their formula, they've truly had a journey throughout the past years, and I think that this might be, at least with the shimmers, their best one yet. Next, I wanted to talk about the Kaleido's new launch as well, and this is the new launch of their lip clays. I don't have the name of these here, but they do have different names, and it is 2 different collections, one with more nudie colors. These are super beautiful. I love this formula. It is like a moussey, it dries down matte, but it is very comfortable and it is transfer proof, but it's not drying or cracky or that kind of, it doesn't really create like it's super like a film on your lips. It is a very comfortable matte liquid lipstick formula. And then they have one that came in this purple tint, and you can buy these separately as well, that have more like darker shades. This one is my favorite. I called it a golden raisin, and people said that it's not raisin, it's resin? Rosin. Golden rosin? I have no idea what that is. I thought raisin because, I mean, there is something that is called a golden raisin, but it's rosin. I don't know what that is. But the shades are really beautiful. I wanted to do a video where I lip swatched all of these, but time kind of ran out from me. And right now I'm trying to not overwork myself, but I will say this formula is stunning. And if you like any of these shades, I don't think you'd be disappointed with this formula if you were looking for something matte. Next, we have this one, and I have this in a little basket like this. This is the new collection from Oden side. And as you're seeing this collection has already launched. They are going into single shadows, and they started out with some shimmer shadow. I mean, I don't know if they're going to do mattes or not, or if this is the only ones they're doing. I don't like work with the brand like that. I have no idea. This is some of the shimmer shadows. I did do a video where I'm swatching all of these in different lightings, showing you all the shifts, showing you all the sparkle. But these are some of the shimmer shadows, and this one is filled with their multi-chromes, because they did come out with a full collection of multi-chromes. So this one is all of their multi-chromes in one palette. Super, super beautiful. And I also have, that's why I have them here, I have the other ones in these little single compartments. This one is John. It is like a green one. I really like these single little containers. I actually think they're really nice. They're sturdy, they're nice. You can still see the name on the back. Someone was asking me if this was the same size as Natasha Denona, or if this was something else. I should look into that. I'm going to show you the last one, and I'm going to go and fetch in Natasha Denona palette, and we can see, because I'm actually also intrigued to see like what size is this, because these are magnetic. And yes, these palettes, they're magnetic in the same way as other singles are magnetic, so you would definitely be able to put in other singles here as well, of course. So we're going to see if this is what kind of a size this is. The last basket here is just filled with ColourPop. I am on the ColourPop PR list, and they do tend to send out quite a lot of things in PR. And here I have 4 different collections that came out in December. And I will say this one is the only thing that I have here. I don't know where the other one is because I did have a highlighter as well. I don't know what that one is. But this is the pressed powder blush in Dancing Darlings. This is the red one. I think it's really, really beautiful. And yeah, I did give away the entire rest of the collection. Didn't want to keep that entire collection because I was already so swamped with collections, and the last thing I needed was to review another collection. They also released the Pretty Please palette, which is more of a pinky cool tone mauve collection, and a lot of people seem very interested in this palette. And I will say, if I'm gonna do cool tone neutrals, I want it to be like this. There is a row of mattes, a row of metallics, a row of mattes with shimmer in it, and a row of super shocks. And I did do a video with this one. I did like a get ready with me, and honestly I think the palette performed really beautifully. I think that this palette is really pretty. If you like this color story, I don't think there's anything wrong with this one. And this one is called Pearly. I used that as an inner corner highlight. It's absolutely stunning. And then I have some other things in that collection here as well. And they also did release the Aurora Struck palette, which is their mega palette, the only mega palette that they've ever released where I've been like, oh, I really want to try that one. I think this is stunning, absolutely stunning. I had a lot of fun with this one. I did a video where I did 2 looks with this one, and then I have a separate reel where I'm doing a 3rd look with this one as well, where I'm doing like an all blue one. I think they did really good with this palette. I think it's really beautiful. The only shadow that I'm like a little bit disappointed with is this green. It is good, but it is not their super creamy, very buildable pigmented that they normally do. I think this blue is more that. I think this green is good, but not great. But other than that, I think this palette is beautiful. I had a lot of fun with this one. I kind of wish that this purple here was a matte purple, because I feel like if we had a matte purple in this one that was a little darker, this palette would be even more versatile. The last collection that Colourpop released that I have here is when they released the Sage Today and Petals on Point. And I did have a video where I am using this green palette here. And I did swatch this one, and I also did swatch the Petals on Point, which is right here. And I did show comparisons with this one and the Natasha Denona Retro Glam, because I think a lot of people think that these are like dupes. They're not dupes, but they're in the same, like, they're in the same zip code. So that video where I'm using that palette, I also show some comparisons. Everything that's left in this box are just additional things from Colourpop. There's so many other things that come with each collection. Oh, and I also have these, because they did release a full collection, like that Super Shock Vault. They did release that one, and actually in this vault, my favorite shadow of all time is in this vault. Let me find it. Here it is. It is actually in this duo. This duo is Kelp Me and Total Hottie, and Kelp Me is my favorite Super Shock shadow. It's this one here of all times. It is a very fiery, corally orange pink that has a lot of sparkle in it. It is absolutely stunning, and it's named Kelp Me because this was actually part of a collection that they had 4 years ago or something like that, maybe even more, where they did like an underwater themed collection, and Kelp Me was part of that collection. That's why there's like an orange with that color. But yeah, there's just a bunch of Colourpop here. I mean, Colourpop never sleeps. They just never sleep. Let me go and calculate how much this costs, and also let me go and pull out a Natasha Denona so we can see if these are the same. Okay, I am back, and I want to try and see if I can remove one of these shadows from here. Just pulling it out with a magnet. This is the number 30, the Dark and Smoky Look. Dark and sultry look over here. I want to see if it's the, I have one of the big palettes here. This is the Trio Chrome. If this is the same. Okay, so I pulled out one of the green ones, and I don't know if you can see, but they are, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. They are not the same size. And the green one is also like, the Natasha Denona ones are stubbier. They're like, these are more rectangular, and the other ones are shorter and longer. So they're a little stubbier. So unfortunately, this isn't a match. Like if I try to put this one in here in the packaging, you will see that there is space on the side, but I'm not able to put it in. It's a little stubbier. That's a shame. but it is what it is. Let me just double check with these small ones as well, just so that I'm not totally lying to you. But I don't think that these are the same either, because I think that this one is just a smaller version of that one. Honestly, if I just put it on like this is when you truly see. It's just too small. That's what she said. When it comes to prices and how much I spent, I will say I was a little bit... First of all, when I was reminded of how much I spent in 2021 during December, again, this was the month that I moved, it was $31. I bought the BH Cosmetics Turquoise The Last Birthstone palette, and I bought 2 mascaras on a sale. That's all I bought. So I don't really feel like that is a good month to be representing what I normally spend during a December. So instead, this sum, which is $561 approximately, that is what I spent in the December before on makeup and beauty and stuff. But I'm gonna be honest with you, this is the sum that I spent this month. This is $764.4, which is way more than I spent last December. And when I look at my stuff, I'm like, what did I spend my money on? Where did this like sum come from? Honestly, I feel like since it's not that many eyeshadow palettes, I don't feel like, oh, it's not that much, because this is so much easier for me to review. And it's gotten me to realize, because I was starting to realize, when I was beginning to think about filming this video, I realized, wow, I actually did buy quite a lot of things in December. But the reason why I don't feel so stressed about it is that it's not eyeshadows. It's not eyeshadows. I didn't buy Did I buy a single eyeshadow palette? I moved the basket. Let me go get it. I feel like I only bought 2. Oh, and the Star Wars that I tried today. And they're all like small palettes, which makes it a little bit easier. So maybe that is the reason. Is that I feel like I'm lying? No, I'm not. So that is it. And it's so much easier, of course, to review a palette with less shades, because it takes less times to try all the shades and make up your mind and stuff like that. And every time I do my makeup, I end up being able to try the new primer and the new foundation and new concealer, and I'm able to try them in different combinations so that I can truly make up my mind on how I feel about these things. And I've realized this month, and this is the whole thing with like being on a low buy, it's not so much about, for me, setting super strict rules to yourself that makes it a non-pleasant experience, because I want to have fun with my makeup, and I'm on a low buy to not stress myself. So if the low buy ends up stressing me, what's the point? What's the whole point of this like experience if I'm stressing myself? I feel like I am not stressed about this because I've been able to incorporate so many of these products in videos, and I already know exactly what I'm going to be doing with these other products. And also there was a lot of things being released at the end of December this year, which normally there's not a lot of things being released at the end of December, but this year I feel like there was a lot of things being released at the end of December that I was genuinely interested in trying, and those are of course the things that I haven't tried yet, like the Juvia's Place foundation, because it literally came out in like a couple of days ago and I want to do some kind of a video on it. But I did fail in regards to spending less money, because the biggest thing on my low buy is of course that I want to stress myself less. I don't want to be a channel that's all about just showing new things. I want to be a mix of new and old things. I want to be able to tell you which new things are good, but I also want to remind you of which old things are still good. But I do want to save more money. I do want to save more money, because at the end of the day, my biggest dream in life is to buy a house. I want to buy a house with my husband, so I wanted to be saving. I'm good at saving money, but I want to save even more. And this month, I definitely did not do that. I definitely did not do that. I didn't do that. I spent more money than I usually spend in December. Is that because I'm in the US? Is it because of the amount of releases that was like really appealing to me? I don't really know, but it's something for me to think about in the future, and definitely something to think about during January. Don't foresee myself shopping a lot in January though, because again, trying to film a little less in January, trying to chill a little bit, trying to not overstress myself, and probably as you're watching this, I'm probably sitting down playing World of Warcraft. But yeah, it's something to think about for sure. I'm not too stressed about the sum that I spent either, mainly because I'm not going into debt over makeup. This is part of my job and my income does cover my expenses. So I'm not super stressed about it, but it's definitely something to take note of and something to remember for the future, that maybe I need to be a little bit more diligent and maybe I need to be a little bit more cautious and conscious when I am pressing that add to cart and check out. Do I really need it? But did I really need not all of this? I'm gonna be honest, if you haven't seen this video, I probably should not have made this purchase. And it was probably the most expensive purchase that I made this month. This is probably the one where I'm like, I probably should not have made that purchase. And there's a couple of things here that I haven't tried yet either. Hopefully I'll get around to trying them. I actually really want to include this one in a video. I'm giving you a heads up. I want to do that video that Manny did some time ago, a full face of brands that kick me off PR, because I used to be on the Nabla PR list. And I still love Nabla. This is not a shady video. It's just a discussion video of like how you get added to PR and why it would be removed from PR. And I've been wanting to try this concealer for a really long time. Let me know if you're interested in that video. Thank you again, HelloFresh, for sponsoring this video. I love working with HelloFresh and I love cooking with HelloFresh as well. I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day and I will see you very soon again in a new video. Bye!